Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. Hope you guys had a good Deepavali break. I'm resuming posting on the channel after some time. Those of you who are connected on Telegram know that I have been busy launching NISM Gym, the one-stop solution to start your career in finance. If you're someone who wants to become a SEBI-registered investment advisor or research analyst, do check out nismgym.com. The link is in the description. There is an early bird discount on the programs, so if you are interested, sign up now on the link. Remember, all graduates are eligible to start this career in finance, and there is no net worth or experience requirement anymore. So sign up today. Now for a Deepavali bonus episode. I want to do a quick recommendation of 5 good investment books that I think everyone should read. Now before I start with number 5, make sure that you subscribe to the channel and join the Telegram group. The link is in the description. Now let's get started. Keep in mind, these are not in any particular order. However, these are the books that have deeply shaped my thought process about finance and investing. As someone who has been an investment banker for over 10 years, these books are written by practitioners, and trust me, they map extremely well to the real world. Here we go. The first book is this one, The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham. Now, this is the OG, the Bible of investing. Almost 80% of all the investing yarn that you see people dishing out on Twitter came out of here. How legendary was the author Benjamin Graham? Well, sufficient to say that Warren Buffett himself was one of Graham's students. Now, keep in mind, this book is not an easy read. First, it came out in 1949, which means that the language is dense and a lot of terms are slightly out of fashion or just not meaningful anymore. So, who should read this book? Now, if you're someone who has an analytical and framework based approach to investing, you should definitely read this book. Those of you who consider themselves value investors must read this book. Time and time again, when I'm confused by markets, the concept of Mr. Market and margin of safety cut through noise like a hot knife in butter. And ultimately, those of you who consider themselves students of the art of investing, your knowledge is incomplete without this book. Now, the next book is this one, More Money Than God by Sebastian Mallaby. Now, this is for all of you who are more traders than investors. Whether you do swing trading or intraday, whether you use stocks or derivatives or anything at all really, you must read this book. More Money Than God explores the evolution of hedge funds. Now, those of you who don't know what hedge funds are, they are essentially vehicles that take long and short positions in the market to generate an alpha. A lot of people who study finance or computer science in college actually aspire to go work for hedge funds. This is a must read for them. It's a fast paced book and highly readable. Malaby chronicles the rise of hedge funds from Alfred Winslow Jones to George Soros and Ken Griffin, revealing how innovated in risk, leverage, and global macro thinking. 5 stars bro. The third book, well, it is not really an investing book. The book is called An Empire of Wealth by John Steele Gordon. This is perhaps the least known book in the list, but still my favorite. Now, Empire of Wealth is about the greatest market that capitalism has created, the United States of America. It gives the complete story of the evolution of the American economy, markets, and businesses. Since India is on the path of becoming a $5 trillion economy, a diligent investor can actually find a lot of patterns here that will be replicated in India in the near future. Gordon starts with the founding fathers of USA and traces the evolution of USA through the Wild West, the steam engine, the robber barons, the Great Depression, and all the way to the present times. Even if you're someone who does not care about finance, you should read it just because it is such a brilliant book. Now, next on the list is perhaps the best investing book in the Indian context, Value Investing and Behavioral Finance by Parag Parikh. Yes, the same Parag Parikh of the famous Parag Parikh Mutual Fund. Now, this book is a great read for Indian investors. It maintains the value investing framework of Ben Graham, but it adopts it beautifully to the Indian context. The book came out in 2009, and by then a lot of drama had happened in the markets. The financial crisis was fresh, India had already seen the Harshad Mehta and Ketan Parikh scams, and the dot-com bust had already happened. So Parag Parikh has captured the psyche of Indian market investors beautifully. Those of you who want to become financial advisors and those who have enrolled for my course must read it to understand your clients better. The last book is Fooled by Randomness by Nicholas Taleb. Now, this is perhaps the shortest book on the list, as you can probably see, but this is also the book that I have spent the most amount of time reading and rereading. You'll find yourself coming back to it again and again. Taleb has captured an ocean in a drop. Every sentence of this book is something to deeply think about. Some of you might be familiar with Taleb's concepts like black swan or anti-fragility, but this book, I think, is the one that speaks most directly to investors. Taleb dismantles our illusion of control and shows how luck and not genius often drives success in markets. It's a humbling reminder that volatility exposes more truth than spreadsheets ever can. So there you have 5 books I recommend every investor to read. What do you think? I would love to know if you have a favorite book about the markets or investing. Drop them in the comment. See you soon.